Today we are going to try
to describe triangles. Here we go, third graders.
All right.
So 12.7, our lesson is about describing triangles. You will find this lesson on page 736. Let's get started.
Here we go. All right, so it says ways to describe triangles. You can describe triangles in two different ways. One way is to describe them by the number of sides of equal length, okay? So it says draw a line to match the description of the triangle. So we're going to start with this description down here. It says no sides are equal in length. So I'm looking, which ones have no sides that are equal in length? I look at A and they all look the same length, so I know it can't be that. I move over here to these two, to B and E. This length, if I was to measure, is the same as that.
Yep.
And I believe this length is the same as that, so it can't be that.
Nope.
But if I look at these, I can tell that all three sides are a different length. So I'm going to draw a line from this dot to this dot.
So the next one reads, two sides are equal in length. Well, when I was watching Miss Pelzel, she said that triangle A had all equal sides. That leaves me with B and E, meaning they have two sides that are of equal length. So I'm going to match that one.
And then the last one says three sides are equal in length. Well, we already know that A has all three sides that are equal or the same length. There we go. So that's one way you can describe triangles. Another way can be described by their angles. Now remember our three angles that we talked about.
Should we review them?
Let's do it.
Okay. So if we have a perfect angle, we have a right angle. If we have a small angle, we have an acute angle. And if there's a really big one, we call it obtuse angles. Okay, so we need to remember all three of those. Three angles. Triangles have three sides and three angles. Look at that.
All right, so the first one says it has one angle that is a right angle. So remember, I can tell a right angle right away by looking for that
square or the box.
Yeah, so I see some right angles over here and it says one angle is a right angle. They each have one
right angle. The next way to describe with using angles, it says one angle is greater than a right angle.
So we need one obtuse.
One obtuse one. Well, when I'm looking, I know that I don't need to look over here. If I look at C, that angle right here looks pretty obtuse to me, while A and E have kind of acute angles. So this one has at least one obtuse angle.
Then the last one, it says three angles are less than a right angle. So that means three acute angles. All of these angles are smaller than a right angle, which means that they are three acute angles.
Awesome. So two different ways. One way by looking at the sides, and the other way looking by the angles.
All right, we're now on page 737. So we're looking at this shape right here. It says, write the number of sides of equal length the triangle appears to have. So I'm looking here. I see this side.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other side that has that same length.
No.
But if I look at this side, and even if I wanted to measure it out, I would see that this side is exactly the same length. So it says number of sides of equal length, that would be
2. Perfect. So now we're going down and we're looking at triangles F, G, and H and answering 2, 3, and 4. Number 2 reads, triangle blank has one right angle. I'm going to call on someone.
That's a good idea. Remember to look for that square.
Hey Peyton, which one has one right angle? Nice and loud. Yeah, F does. He found that square. Nice job.
All right, number 3 says triangle blank has one angle greater than a right angle. So I'm looking for a triangle that has an obtuse angle. Let's call on someone. Do you see a triangle that has an obtuse angle? What do you think, Tria? Yeah! Right here on H. H has an obtuse angle right there.
Nice work. Number 4. Okay, be listening because we're probably going to call on someone.
Mm-hmm.
It says a triangle blank has 3 angles less than a right angle.
That means 3 acute angles.
Miss Ella, which one has 3 acute angles? Yes, you're right. G does. If we look at all of these angles, we can tell they're all acute. Wonderful job.
All right, we're still on page 737, but we're down to number 5 now. So now we're looking at K, L, and M. So it says triangle blank has 1 right angle. Okay, I'm just going to stop right there. Which triangle has 1 right angle? Yes, Mrs. Poppy. M. Yeah, you want to circle that angle for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that box tells me that M has 1 right angle. Now I can finish reading the sentence. And appears to have blank sides of equal length. So I know I'm looking at M. How many sides are of equal length?
When I'm looking at it, it looks like these 2 sides would be of equal length.
Yeah, and if you were to measure them out, you would see that those 2 sides are equal length, where this one's a little bit longer. So I would say 2 sides of equal length.
Awesome. Let's go to number 6. It says triangle blank has 3 angles less than a right angle. 3 angles less than a right angle. If they're less than a right angle, we know that they are acute. Okay? Well, I see right away that L has an obtuse angle, so I already know that it has to be K. And if I look at those angles, they look acute. And it appears to have blank sides of equal length. I don't know about you, Miss Pelzel, but it looks like they have 3 sides of equal length.
They all look the same to me.
So 3 sides of equal length.
All right, number 7 says triangle blank has 1 angle greater than a right angle. Well, looking at that, I know which triangle. I'm going to call on Noah. Yeah, triangle L has 1 angle greater than a right angle. That bottom angle down there is obtuse. Now it says, and appears to have blank sides of equal length. Looking at that, that looks pretty short. That looks longer, but that looks even longer.
That looks really long.
So I would say 0 sides of equal length.
Nice. So we looked at both the sides and the angles to look and categorize and describe these triangles.
All right. So now we're going to do some problem solving on page 738. So we got to get those thinking caps on.
I'm ready.
All right. Number 8, it says, Martin said a triangle can have 2 sides that are parallel. Does his statement make sense? Explain. Now, Mrs. Poppy,
Yeah.
if 2 things are parallel, what does that look like?
It means they're never going to touch. They're parallel lines. And everything that I've been looking at with triangles, I always see them connecting, meaning that their lines intersect.
Yeah. If I was to draw parallel lines, I'd have to have 2, but I can't connect them to make a triangle.
I mean, if I connect those, there's 3 sides, but is it a plane shape?
No, it's open.
Because it's open.
So,
And we can't go
no.
this way.
So I would say no. Triangles have to intersect.
Yeah. Awesome. Number 9, it says compare triangles R and S. How are they alike and how are they different? Well, when I look at R and I look at S, the first thing that I notice, Miss Pelzel, is I'm looking at their angles.
Yeah.
And from what I see in their angles, something that I think that they're alike is they're all smaller than a right angle.
Yeah.
They're all a little acute.
Yeah.
So I think that they are all have acute angles, but then to see how they're different?
Well, we looked at their angles. Let's maybe look at the
Their
sides. Yeah.
So if I'm looking at R, it kind of looks like all these lines could be the same length.
Yeah, I think so.
But over on S, only 2 of them are the same. So I guess the way that they are alike is they all have acute angles. And then how they are different is that R has 3 sides of equal length, and then S only has 2 sides of equal length.
Because remember, when we describe triangles, we always look at their angles and their sides.
Cool.
Very
Nice
cool.
thinking,
Yeah.
perhaps, third graders.
All right, we have reached the end of our lesson. So now it is your turn. So go ahead and turn your book to page 739, and you're doing that page and 740 on your own. All right, now don't forget to try your best with triangles.
See you, third graders.